Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures, and today I'm doing week 3 of Roxy's weekly challenge. Sorry, my mind went blank there. Roxy's weekly challenge, where she's making a journal cover from Amazon packaging, or any packaging, but I happen to have the same packaging she used, so that's what I'm going to do. Just wanted to say welcome to my channel. I forgot to say that at the beginning, sorry about that. Welcome back, or welcome for the first time if you're just popping in to see what I'm up to. I have actually trimmed this down a bit because I don't know about whether they come up in different sizes, but the one I had, which looked the same as Rachel's, but actually was really wide here, and I thought it would make far too tall a journal cover. It's still quite a tall journal cover. If you think that the papers are generally sort of this size, it's still quite tall, but and I needed to cut off I probably cut off a good inch of the width, and I also trimmed this bit a little bit as well, because I just thought this was a bit too much. So I think it's okay as it is now. I'll just turn it over, because this will be that'll be the front like that. Yes. Okay, so I better get started. I'll just start my timer. 45 minutes. There we go. And the papers I've decided to use, I had an awful lot of trouble deciding, because I've got so many unused digital kits that I love, but just never got around to using. And the one I decided to use is the one I've had knocking around for quite a while, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's by Antique Papery, and I think it's just their antique kit or something. I'm not quite sure what they call. I haven't got the bit of paper that said what it was called, but so it's these are the papers, and they're really lovely, and I've been wanting to use them, but I just didn't have the right occasion or the right idea of how to use them, and I think today's the day. So I'm going to use those. Just got to find, just got to find the right ones to go on the front. I don't know if I'll use them on the back as well. Probably not. I've got some cardstock ready to put on the back. So I like that for my front. So I'm just going to lay that on there, and they've just got to sort of work well in a flow, I guess. So that one. So I've got that one. I like that, I think. So I might just tuck that under there, like that. So I want one, because it's going to wrap around, so I want it to have one that's not got flowers too close to the edge, so that we still get the benefit of the flowers if it's going to wrap. So that might be the right one for there. I'll just trim that one down. I'll put that there maybe, so you get the flowers at slightly different places. Something like that. I think that might be quite nice. Maybe I'll get that piece of paper ready. So I want it to wrap around a little bit. So I'm just going to just trim it down a bit. Try not to overdo it. Okay. I'm going to hope that's straight. Not sure that is actually. Right, let's hope that works. That bit there. Otherwise I'll just use one of the others. That bit there. And that bit there. Like that. Might start from... Right. Okay, so that one, and that one. Okay, so now I just need to put some glue down. I'm using this Scotch tacky glue. I've had it an awful long time. I haven't used it for ages, so I'm hoping it'll still work. I might do it just a section at a time, just to make sure. It's quite old, this. Make sure I'm well in camera. Give it a good squeeze. It's quite thick stuff. Okay, and I've got a spreader here somewhere. First thing that happens, everything disappears. Right, so I've got this spreader thing. I thought rather than clogging up a paintbrush, but if it doesn't work too well, I've got a paintbrush at the ready, just in case. So it's one of those projects. I was really pleased to see Rachel challenging, well, not challenging us necessarily, challenging herself, but putting it out as the challenge, because I've been wanting to do one of these for ages, and I've been saving them. I've got 2 or 3 saved up, just not, like with a lot of things. One of the it's in the back of my mind to do, and never got around to it. So I'm quite pleased to be able to do it. This isn't spreading terribly well. I'm wondering if a paintbrush would be better. Just got to try and get some right to the edge. Might just put a little drop more on. Okay. Right. It's getting those edges, isn't it? Make sure the edges are well covered. Okay, I'm just going to do the first piece. Hopefully that's about right. Yeah, I've got enough to wrap around. Where's my little card? Is this sticking? That's the question. Not sure how sticky this is. It's not really working very well, is it? It's drying too quick, that's the problem. Okay. Plan A didn't work. Let's go with plan B. It's going to have to go with the big guns. Hope it comes out. This bit could take longer than I'd hoped. Right. This stuff is quite tricky to squeeze for me. Let's see if I can spread it out a bit, because it's so strong. It doesn't need a huge amount for paper. Where'd my card go? Not that bit. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do. That was what I was meant to use. Silly woman. Okay, let's see if that's going to hold it. Hopefully that seems to be working better. Good. Okay, what was the next one? This one was next, wasn't it? Make sure I've got enough. Yep. Okay. I have to squeeze quite hard to get this all to come out. It's making me warm. Ooh. So finally we've got a bright day. We've had a really miserable old week. It's been quite grim here, grey, and I haven't even really been in my craft room very much. It's just been too miserable. Well, partly that, and partly I've been having shoulder issues, so I had to take a day off yesterday and not do anything. I had to take a Netflix day. Caught up on all my shows. There we go. Right, let's just line that up. Right, okay, it seems to be working. Let's move that along. I'll need a little bit underneath. What I might do is I'll put a bit of art glitter glue just under the edge. Of course the art glitter glue is not going to work either. I might turn it up the other way. Ooh, it's easier for me to do it the other way round. This is not the most riveting viewing, I'm sure. Right. Okay, so that one's down. Just got to see which way, how far across I want to overlap it. Come on. Okay, around the edges. Didn't really consider how hard it was going to be just to squeeze out this amount of glue. So I'm getting there. Let's see if I can spread it out a little. Oop, there. Make sure we cover the edges. Okay, and then where's my little corner gone? There it is. Sorry, I'm just muttering to myself here. Just trying to make sure I've got everything stuck. I hope it's all caught at the edges. Okay. Turn it over. This is leaking nicely now, so maybe I'll use a bit of that. It's a bit easier to squeeze. So I'm going to do the corners. 1, 2. Okay, let's do these. Okay. Before I actually cut it down, I couldn't even wrap around the papers, so I think Rachel must have had a smaller piece of packaging than I've got. Even though it looks the same, it's that wraparound style, but maybe they come up slightly different cut sizes. Okay. Use this one again. Right. Okay. Oh, haven't got quite as much to wrap around the other end, but never mind. Should be just about enough. Okay. Right. Yeah, getting all gucky already. That's the nature of the game, isn't it? Just getting covered in glue. It's coming out a bit more freely now, that's quite good. Whoops, sorry, off camera. Hope you can see this. Okay. At least with the Fabri-Tac you do get a good bit of grab. Quite fast grab. I'm going to have to chuck the old one. It's just not... don't seem to be having any glue, any stickiness left in it. Right, getting there. Do this corner. Okay, that's turned over. There we go. And just where these two pieces join. Where's my little card gone? Okay. Right. Turn it around. I think it's, yeah, it's good stuff, this Fabri-Tac. Might be a bit tricky to squeeze, but it does stick really well. Right, let's do this corner. I'll just do the little bit right in the corner. And okay. Be careful where I put my wet wipe. I keep putting it on the papers and then I get wet paper. Right. Sorry if I'm a bit off camera. I've just got to have it right up front of me to be able to turn it up. It's quite a narrow piece, this, so I've to be able to really stick it down. I'll probably end up with no nail varnish left after this, but never mind. I had nothing better to do yesterday, so I painted my nails while I was watching my TV programmes. It's quite frustrating though when I can't craft. I really miss it, even if I can't do, you know, even just doing some little things for a day. But I've had to do that a bit. So I think I've been coming in here more often recently. But then I end up having a day when I can't do it at all. I did a bit of sewing a couple of days ago, quite a lot of sewing, and I think it's taken its toll. This isn't really going to help much either, but I really wanted to get it done. Okay, squish this down. Okay, next bit. Right, I think I probably will. I'll have a go at Mod Podging this off afterwards to seal it all. Hoping that won't just ruin it. Never can be sure how it'll work out with Mod Podge. Let's stick that bit under there. I might even have a go at sewing around it though. I've got to ration the sewing a little bit at the moment. I just love the look of things that are sewn around. So I have to suffer the consequences. Right. Are we stuck? I think we might be. Right. Bending. Right, so that's going to stick there. Alright, so that's the front, so it's that way round, isn't it? Just got to remember which way it's going. Okay, that way. I'll let this dry, and then then what I've got to do is strengthen my two spiny bits. So, got strings. So what I'm going to use for this bit is, you know, these two areas. It's some fabric that I think really matches well. So if you look at this, this is one of the pieces of paper. This is the pink flowers, and I've got this gorgeous damask fabric, and the colour is just perfect to go with this. So that's what I'm going to use to strengthen the spine. And I just love this fabric. I have used it. I think I picked this up, quite a big piece, in a charity shop, probably 2019, quite a while ago. One of the first things I bought in a charity shop. Oh, it's just the right length, look at that. One of the first things I picked up, and I've used it a lot. I've made at least certainly one journal cover of the first journal I ever completed. And I have another journal cover that was just sitting on my shelf I made a while ago, not used, made out of this. Okay, so I'll do it about there. Let's see how wide it needs to be actually. Where's the... So I'll do it about there. Should do it. This might be a bit too wide, I'll check. See how it looks. Yeah, so I love this fabric. I love this colour. It's like a real rosy pink. It's a very warm pink, almost a coral, I suppose. Beautiful colour, and I think it goes beautifully with this little kit by Antique Papery. Right, so if I put that there, okay, and then another piece over here. Where'd the bit go? Where was I? Oh, that's it. It's a little narrower, this one. Don't suppose it's very straight, but the edges will be covered up anyway. Okay. Right. So that's that piece. That goes there. Ooh, that's a bit taller. How comes? Is it actually a taller piece? A longer piece? Yes, just a bit. Just trim it off a little bit. Obviously hadn't been cut very straight before. Ooh. Okay. I can go there. Right. Okay. Back to the Fabri-Tac. Hope it hasn't gunked up too much. Right. Now, let's see where it goes. That goes back there. Come on, stop puffing. Puffing air. Start puff some glue, please. Okay. Got my width. And right. Gosh, this is hard work. Okay, let's hope that's enough. Lie that down. I'll have to have another day off to recover from this video. Okay. Alright. To put some along the edges now. Okay, I think that's stuck. I'm stuck. Everything's stuck. Right, do the other side. This bit's alright, it's just this bottom bit that needs a bit of extra. Okay, cloth. Right, turn it around again, turn it around again. That piece is stuck down. Turn this bit off. Right, next bit. Okay. We're getting some, yes we are. And the last big dollop. Okay, that should do it. Hang on. Hold, where are you, forward? Whoop. Okay. Whoop. Yep. I think I've got my glue wider than my cloth. Somehow I managed. Obviously didn't run it in a terribly straight line. I'm hoping it's just catching it enough. Okay. A bit worried the glue might show through, but it appears to be okay. Okay, so I'll put the excess off here. Right, just needs a little tiny extra bit along here somewhere. Over there. Right, that's the fabric on. Now it's just the other, just a piece for each of these. Oh, let the glitter glue go. Oops. Bet that won't pour now. Let's get that. Right, now. Okay, so for these bits here, I think I'm going to use some cardstock. I'm going to just follow Rachel's lead and do what she did. Because I was tempted to use more of the kit here, but I thought maybe the reason she uses cardstock is to give it a bit more strength. Not sure. Oh, this is a bit. There's some areas where the glue isn't, and it's just a little bit. Oh, well, never mind. It's fabric. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I've got some pieces of cardstock which I think go quite nicely together. Those three. So there's a couple of them are by Pink Fresh Studio. Both from the same collection. And this one is a Hip Kit exclusive, and I think the colours go quite nicely with the fabric and with the other kit, so I'm going to give this a go. So, pencil. I know they're more modern papers, but I just like the colours. So I'm going with it. I've only got 10 minutes left to get this done, so who knows. I may or may not get it done in the time. But I'm not far off. Right. Okay, that one there. Ooh, excuse my head. Trying to get hold of my distress ink. I thought I might just distress around the edges. Just a little bit, just to define them. Okay, and get this first one on. I think I need to wipe the nozzle a bit. Just glue issues the whole way through this. Just give it a squeeze. I think there's a strong possibility I won't get it all stuck down before the time is up. But I will just carry on and get it finished in the video. And when I've recovered, in about a week's time, I might come back and finish it off, get it decorated, add lace, all that kind of thing. Nope, top a bit better. Okay, bring that over. Right. Sometimes give our glitter glue a little bit of time to grab. Hoping it won't take too long so I can move on to the next piece. I can always come back and add a little bit extra glue after, I guess. Alright, so the next one is I'm going to use piece of this because I just think that's really pretty and I like it. I like the colours. I think it goes well with everything else. Well, that's just me. Let's get rid of the branding strip and we can do a bit of measuring. It's quite nice to be able to use some of the scrapbooking papers that I've been hanging on to for goodness knows how long. I never think to use them. Actually, there's some really pretty ones that I'm quite keen to use. These are some of them. Perhaps a bit there and there, and then I will cut it about there. Right, let's see how that looks. Where's my mark on? I lost it. Did I cut it off? Don't think so. Oh, I don't know. Mark it again. Okay. Right, let's see how this looks. Whoop. Okay, that can go there. They're not all terribly well lined up at the bottom, but c'est la vie. That's the way things work out with me sometimes. Oops, forgot to put my little pin in, didn't I? Now we're doing 3 minutes, so well, I'm not going to get the last little bit done in the time. But certainly got more made than I have done in the last year or so that I've been thinking about doing this. I even had another one prepared and cut down and edged and never got any further with it, and I decided not to use that one. I used the fresh one. Don't know why. Goodness, this is tiring. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Okay. Oh, I didn't edge it, did I? Quick, 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 quick. Ink, 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 ink. Just wanted to get that white edge off. Oh well, okay. There we are. We're down. Covered in glue, but we're down. So I'm wondering whether to use, I've got this little one, I think I might use this one again at this end, just to bring it back together. rather than starting a fresh one. Okay. So it doesn't need to be very wide. That'll probably do it. And there. I'm the last minute, so I haven't quite managed it in the 45 minutes. Unsurprisingly, given my gluing issues. But I'm jolly well nearly there, so I think I'm reasonably happy with that. I don't ever do anything fast, as you know. There's my marker. There it goes. Okay, turn it off. Alright, so that was the 45 minutes. So I nearly got it done. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Oh, that's it. Yep. I probably ought to cut it first, didn't I? Right, let's see. I'm just going to mark where I want it. And there, and there. Got it. They're under here somewhere. There we are. So I don't think these two corners are exactly the same, so I'm just going to, because I had to recut them after I trimmed it, so they won't match. As long as the paper matches the corners, it's fine. That's fine. Okay, so quick last ink round. And there we go. Plenty on that side because that's the side that's on the material. Okay. Right, let's stick this one down and then we can call it done. Get that into position, more or less in the right place. I might leave it with a big book on it for a while, just make sure it's all stuck down, or even a couple of big books, I think. I haven't got one quite this big. Okay, whoop. So there we are. So that's the, alright, let's put some, I don't know where the top's gone for that, never mind. Right, so that's the inside of my book. I really quite like that. Whoop. And that's the outside wall, look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's such pretty paper. Be careful with the bending. But actually, looks pretty good. I could have done with a bit more glue in the under the fabric. It's just sort of, what do you call it, bubbling a bit. But I don't really think that will notice too much. Look at that. Quite pleased with that, actually. I think I'll probably have to, just because it's just copy paper, I probably will need to put some Mod Podge on it and hope it doesn't ruin it. So, assuming it's not ruined, I may come back next week and put some pockets and some decoration on it. Yeah, quite like that. And that's the other side. Okay, thanks very much for joining me once again, and let me know what you think, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.